All right, this is day 2 of lesson 5, example number 3. The population of cats in a rural neighborhood has declined in the past year by roughly 30%. Residents hypothesize that this is due to wild coyotes preying on the cats. The current population in the neighborhood is estimated to be 12. Approximately how many cats were there originally? We're not trying to find what the 30% is, because what we have is the number that there is. Therefore, what we need to find here, we have our P, our percent, and our W. Okay. The estimate is 12. Okay, we want to find out what there was originally, which is the W, so we're trying to find W. The amount that we have that's estimated right now is 12. Because it's the number of cats that we have there, what we have to do is take our 100% and subtract the 30. And our percent is 70%, because we're not trying to find the 30% of the whole, which is the number of cats that it went down by. We have the number of cats, so we need the 70%. So here we have P equals percent times whole. So we have 12 equals 0.7 times x. Divide both sides by 0.7. And we have x equals 17.14285714. And we can't have part of a cat, so approximately we have to round. There were 17 cats originally. Okay. And what I mean by subtracting this is if I were to take 30% of 17, that means that there were approximately 5 cats that declined in that time frame. Okay? That's what we're talking about, to bring it down to 12. Okay? So now our next example, same thing here. Okay? Lou's math score on her achievement test in 7th grade, okay, was 650. Her math teacher told her that her test level went up by 25%. So it's an increase from last year of her 6th grade test score. So that's 100% plus 25%. So they want to know what her score level was in 6th grade. So we have to add that 25% to 100. So we have to take that 100 and add 25 to that to get 125%. Because the 650 is the 100 from her 6th grade plus the 25% increase to total this 125. So now we have our part, our percent, and our whole. So we are looking for our whole, which was from 6th grade, our original. Our percent is 1.25, which is 125% as a decimal. And our part is 650. So our formula, we have 650 equals 1.25 x. Divide both sides by 1.25. And x equals 520. Okay, and that's what her test score was in 6th grade. Next, to do some problems for percent, increase and decrease. Here we have a bunch of them, okay? So what we do here is to find our percent increase and decrease. All of these should have P, percent, and W. Our W is always our original. What did you start with? Okay. Here to find our percent increase or decrease, we always subtract the two numbers, the smaller from the larger. So here we have 2. That is our part. We are looking for our percent. Our whole is what we started with. Well, we started with 10 the before. We use our formula and we replace. 2 equals x times 10. Divide both sides by 10. We have x equals 0.2, which is a 20% increase because we went from 10 to 12. For number 2, we have 15 minus 12 equals 3. That's our part. We are looking for our percent. Our whole is 15 because that's what we start with. We have P equals percent times whole. So we have 3 equals x times 15. Divide both sides by 15. And we have x equals 0.2 again. And we have 20%. But this time we went from 15 to 12. So that is a decrease. Okay. Next we have 75 minus 60, which is 15. So we have P equals 15. Percent equals x. W is 75 because that's what we start with. P equals percent times whole. So we have 15 equals x times 75. Divide both sides by 75. We have x equals, again, 0.2, or 20% decrease. Okay, our next, we got 6 more problems, but they'll go quick. We have 143 minus 110. So we have 23. P equals 23. Percent equals x. W equals 110. P equals percent times whole. So 23 equals x times 110. Divide both sides by 110. X equals 0.3. And I'm sorry, this should be 33, not 23. So it's 0.3 and 30%. And it's an increase. Here we've got 200 minus 90, which is 110. I think I subtracted that right this time. So we've got P, percent, W. We have 110, X, and here we've got 90. Got P, percent, and W. So 110, sorry. Equals X times 90. 90 over dividing both sides by 90. So X is going to equal 1.2 repeating. So when I change that into a percent, and we are going to round these to the nearest tenth. So it would be 0.2%. Here we've got 260 minus 160 equals 100. and this is an increase. We've got P, percent, and W. We have 100, X, and our before is 260. So P equals percent times whole, and I have 100 equals X times 260. Divide both sides by 260. X therefore is going to equal, and we've got a big number here, so we've got 0.384615385, and again move it over 2 for the percent and round it to the nearest tenth, so we have 38.5%, and it is a decrease. Our next one, we have P, percent, and W. Here we have 201.59 minus 171.33, and that equals 30.26. So 30.26 X and 171.33. So P equals percent W. So 30.26 equals X times 171.33. Divide them both, 171.33. X is going to equal. And again, we got a big long number, 0.1766, 18222. Moving that over and rounding it is 17.7%. And because it's going from 1994 to 1995, it's an increase. Our sale price here, got P equals percent and W. We have, when we subtract it, 31.99 minus 22.39 is 9.6. X and 31.99. P equals percent times whole. So 9.6 equals X times 31.99. Divide both sides by 31.99. X is going to equal 0.30000937779. Oh, nope, just 2 sevens and a 9. Move that over, we get 30%. And again, here it's a decrease. Our last problem. Do you notice it's the same thing each time? We're just practicing here. We've got 521.73 minus 413.68. That's going to give us 108.05. So here we've got 108.05. We have X and we have 521.73. So we have 108.05 X and 521.73. Divide both sides by 521.73. X is going to equal 0.207, 0.99, 458. Move this over, and we've got 20.7% 5%, it is a decrease. And that is our lesson for today.